Hey, this is Brian from Project Adaton. Just finished putting together a new guitar rig. Wanted to go over it with you guys. Pretty excited about it, so jump right in. This is the rack. The top unit is the Furman power conditioner. It's the PL Pro DMC 20 amp model. Under that is the Line 6 G90 wireless unit. And it's another Line 6 product. It's the Pod X3 Pro. And under that is kind of channel strip, homemade sort of deal. I'll explain in a minute. Under that is Mesa Boogie Rectifier stereo. It's the 2100 model, so 200 watt channels coming out of the back of that. And that's all running through Mesa Boogie 412. It's the rectifier cabinet, straight front. Two ESP EC1000s, and a blue and a red. And on the floor we have the Line 6 FBV longboard to control the pod. Okay, I wanted to explain that channel strip that I put together here. This unit, it's just a blank rack space, but I put some of my own connections on that. The main connection to plug into the rig is right here. It's just a 1/4 inch locking jack. The guitar plugs in here, and this actually just daisy chains all the way across the rig to over here. This little jumper is actually what plugs into the pod unit. The reason I did that is I've seen guys step on their cords before and rip the input jack right out of the amp at a gig or something, and then you're screwed. So worst case scenario, if you damage this, just a couple $1 jack, and you can always plug right back into the main unit if you had to. The other jumper is for the wireless. So that just plugs right in, and you pick your A channel or your B channel, depending if you're using a regular cable or if you're using the wireless. The foot controller for the pod is an Ethernet cord. That plugs in right here. These connections are just wired off the back of the pod just to the front. This way you don't have to fiddle around with the back of the rack in the dark trying to plug stuff in. Just made all my connections right in the front. This is a Stomp Switch, which controls the modern kind of high gain mode of the power amp for the Mesa. I didn't want another switch on the floor, and it's a feature I like to have on all the time, but if I want to, I can always turn it off. And the two XLR jacks are just the output of the pod in case I wanted to run direct or to the front of house, or run direct for in-ear monitors, and just plug a mic cable in for the left and right, again, so we don't have to mess around with the back of the rack in the dark. Okay, this is the back of the rack. I wanted to show you guys some other mods that I made to this setup. Again, so we don't have to mess around with stuff in the back of the rig when we get to a show. Put these mods on the back. Power for the entire rack plugs in right here. All the gear that's wired through the Furman power conditioner ends up right at this plug. It's pretty much for a kid's room. It's got a built-in night light on there, which is cool because it'll light up the back of the rig when the lights go down at the show, in case we do need to get back here. Put the casters on there. Two fans, one blowing air out, one sucking air in to keep the gear cool. And also have two more locking 1/4 inch jacks here from the output of the power amp that go down and plug into the cabinet. So we just sit this up top, plug everything right into the back, and we're ready to go. We don't have to mess around with any cabling in the back of the rig at a gig. Okay, I want to do a sound test for you guys just to kind of show you my main distortion and clean tone. But real quick before I do that, just want to say the rack box, the cabinet case, and the pedal board were all made by roadcasesusa.com. They do a lot of custom work there. Great stuff. Build quality is really good, and the prices are reasonable. The guitar hangers are from a company called String Swing. Those just kind of mount to the front of the rack. I don't know if it's a new company. I wasn't familiar with them, but gave their product a chance on the rack here, and it's really working well. The guitars, since we're in B tuning, we went with a really heavy gauge string on it. We're using the GHS boomers. The 70 gauge used to be the Zach Wild custom, but I think they're just part of their regular product line now. And let's hear what it all sounds like. Okay, the main distortion is made up of 2 different amps, since the Line 6 does the dual channel on the amps. The meat of it is a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, and the high end is kind of tightened up using a PV 5150 simulation. Okay, this is the clean sound. The meat of that is a Roland JC120, the Jazz Chorus simulation. Okay, that's the new rig. Please leave comments below, and hopefully you enjoy the video.